Hey Facebook friends, this is Stephanie with the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce, and we're coming to you live today from our friends at Rad Air Complete Car Care here in Medina. So we're going to go in and take a look and see what they have going on in here today. So been a chamber member for many years. We love to see all of the Medina Chamber stickers that they have in the window. I believe they've been a member since 1999, but let's go in and meet Chuck.
Oh, welcome.
So I just showed everybody outside all of the stickers you had in the window for being a Medina Chamber member. So how long have you been here?
We've been here since 1999. And a few of those are missing because they old and deteriorated, and you know, so I need new ones.
All right, we'll have to go through the files to see if we have some of those older years. I did notice that. I was like, there's a couple years that are missing there. So so tell us a little bit about the services that you offer here.
We basically do everything, from engines to transmissions to tires to front end alignments to engine drivability issues, fuel economy issues, basically bumper to bumper repair. We don't do any body work, so don't call me on body work.
Okay, we won't.
But anything you need, batteries, electrical problems, air conditioning, basically your one-stop shop.
That's awesome. Do you service all makes and models of
all
cars?
All makes and models,
okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
And so we're standing in your lobby area.
We are. With a bunch of pictures. And we did have Elvis come in. I don't know if you ever saw Elvis was here.
Elvis was here. How about that?
To my good friend Chuck at Rad Air.
Very
cool.
How nice
is that?
That is awesome. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So can we go out and take a look to see what you have going on in the shop? I know this is sometimes one of those places that people don't often get to go. So if you want to maybe share what we have or looking at today.
You know what? We do quite a bit. I mean, we have this NewFangle that we allow our customers when they come in. It's one of the upgraded air pressures that you could actually set the pressure like the old times. And
okay.
if you put it onto a wheel, it'll do everything automatically.
So kind of dummy proofing.
So yeah, it'll show you the pressure, what it is. You'll see the pressure where anybody could use it, and then as it fills it up, it beeps, and
so you said it's what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
And then it just knows automatically. So no more having one of those tire pressure gauge sticks that you had to.
As long as you can hear the beeps, and you're all good.
Nice. And you said you offer that to your customers?
Yeah, we let them. They come in. Our normal customers, they use it. They come in and put air in their tires all the time. So it's just a free service we offer. If you need it, I'll have one of the guys put air in your tires.
That's awesome.
Still do carburetor rebuilds. This is actually off that Corvette up there. That his gas was left in the tank for 5 years without running, and turned varnish. This is actually gasoline that came out of there. So don't do that. Don't let your car sit forever.
Don't let your car sit for that long, or at least let the gas sit for that long in there.
At least run it.
What do you typically see? What's the most common thing that people bring in their cars for?
This time of year, air conditioning. A lot of air conditioning problems. Very seasonal. So come fall, we'll do a lot of suspension and tires, and when the weather gets cold, a lot of batteries, and no starts and starters, and it's amazing how the weather affects everything.
So how many cars can you work on at one time?
Well, I can only work on one car at a time. But we do have 8 bays, so we can come up here. And we have an 8-bay shop, so we have your alignment machine, a newfangled alignment machine. The truck bays, the drive-on rack, so plenty of room.
And what are some things that you recommend people doing as far as like maintenance on their cars?
You know, I tell you, fluids are a big part, and tire pressures. Believe it or not, tire pressures will cause a lot of fuel economy issues. I'm a big fan of watching fuel economy. Know that, hey, on a tank of gas, I get 300 miles, you know, and if that's a 15-gallon tank and you're losing 2 miles per tank full per gallon, that's 30 miles you're losing. So that's going to affect your fuel economy. Fluids, oil changes. I rather do an oil change than replace your engine. You know, it's much easier to do an oil change and much cheaper.
Certainly. So if you're noticing a change in the fuel economy, that could be attributed to
Oh,
your
yes.
tire pressures.
Yes. Tire pressures, the way the engine's running. It's actually a sign for you to say, hey, something's not right with my car. I should get it checked before something major happens. So always good to know that. You don't have to keep, you know, records precisely. But no, if you get 300 miles to a tank full, that you're 300 miles to a tank full.
And what are your hours here?
We're here 8 to 6, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Closed on the weekends. We all have lives and kids, and you know, so I like to be home a little bit.
Reservations? Do you have to call in
Yeah,
to
usually
schedule
it's
an
best.
appointment?
Yeah,
Or,
we
okay.
do a lot of wait fors, but make an appointment so we
Okay.
can get you right in, so you're not here waiting all day long.
And I know yourself and your technicians typically are wearing face masks, but
Oh,
today
yeah.
you're not having yours on.
Yeah,
so
it's
that you
not
can be heard.
Halloween yet, so I'm not going to wear one today.
And what is the gentleman doing down in the car?
He's putting an oil pan
Okay.
on
Can we
the.
go have a look?
Yeah, let's take a walk over there.
And I know we have some of you with us on Facebook Live. So if you have questions that you would like to ask Chuck, we would be happy to answer those. So changing the oil, putting in an oil pan, did you say?
Yeah, this is the new oil pan. And the problem with that oil pan is somebody had stripped out the oil drain plug, and they tried to put a Healy coil in it, and they drilled the hole too big, and now it won't seal. So unfortunately, he's going to have to put a new oil pan on it.
Replacing the whole thing.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing.
So the old one's in there now.
Yeah, that's the old one we're taking out. That's the new one I was just showing you.
It's kind of fun. This is places that we don't normally get to see
Right,
behind
yeah.
the scenes for as well.
And then on this car, not a funny story, but she went to use her emergency brake and had none. And
Oh my
she
gosh.
brought her car in. Somebody had put brakes on it, and they took her parking brake shoes off and didn't put anything back on. And she went to use her emergency brake and didn't have one, and kind of panicked. And she wanted us to check it, and it's like, well, you don't have an emergency brake. Somebody removed it for you, and so that's what we're doing here. You can see the new cables that are going on.
And there's no real way to know that other than to use it and not
Right,
have
and it
work.
doesn't work, right. And this is the new shoes. These are the parking brake shoes. The rotor actually goes on to that. And then the new brake cables.
Kind of the behind the scenes.
So if she ever goes to use her parking brake now, hopefully it'll work for her.
So parking brakes on both sides of the cars, or
Yeah,
so
just
they
on the
neither
rear,
did
on the
either
rear.
neither one had it on this one.
Neither one had them.
Neither one
Yeah,
had it on
someone
this
put
one.
brakes on it, and they removed the shoes probably because they were all falling apart. Part of her backing plates rotted away.
Right, and just didn't
you
put it
know.
back on.
Yeah.
Is there
So
anything
that's-
unusual that you have seen here?
God, weekly unusual things. We just had a Chevy van in here that literally had a pine tree underneath the engine cover from rodents that built a huge nest.
Oh my gosh!
And when I mean a huge nest, I mean nothing I have ever seen before. It was a whole
Wow.
pine tree, basically.
Wow!
Kind of funny.
Wow! Very unusual.
Yeah.
Not something
yeah.
we'd expect to find in a car.
Right, yeah, exactly. One of the techs one time was pulling a blower out of a car and actually had a mice run down his arm.
Yet again, not something that you typically see.
Right. Come wintertime we do, because the rodents like warm cars or warm
Certainly.
places, so they build nests. And then in the back here, it's like a petting zoo. We put a,
Whoa.
you can see the dish, one of the techs put a dish with some cat food.
Oh boy.
There was a stray cat, and there's still the cat there, but she had 3 kittens. So the kittens hang out underneath the cars back there.
So it's a zoo. at
Yeah,
your
it is,
local,
right. It is.
Red Air.
It's funny.
Is there anything else that you'd like to show us today? Any other services or specials that you might have going on?
God, we always have specials. There's always some kind of savings. If you go online to radair.com, there's always coupons.
And I did put in the description, I'll link to their website, so go check them out. So not only do they have the Medina location, but there's about 10 other
There's 10
locations
other
throughout
locations,
throughout
yeah.
Northeast Ohio as well. So they've definitely been a chamber member for quite a few years. So any last minute thoughts, Chuck, that you
No,
have?
hey, if you want great car repair and great service and great people, this is the place.
And where are you located?
767 North Court Street, Medina, Ohio.
Perfect, just north of the square. So come down anytime. Check out with my friend Chuck. He'll be happy to give you a quote, answer any questions that you might have. But they are happy to take care of your car. And as we said, please visit them on Facebook and on their website. So Chuck, thanks again for letting us come
yeah,
visit.
thanks for coming in. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thanks.